just something cool I said? Is the depression, isolation all a part of the cause? Just a backlit distraction from the lion's claws? More preventative measures for making sure our brains don't thaw. And you're just as scared as me, saying all you can do is hope and pray. But I called God, he had moved away. Paper dolls thrown in the trash, you wanna leave, so make it fast and blow out the last cigarette ash. I got a lot going on in my brain, wondering if this is what it's like to go insane. So the Midwest's not the best for working on emotional range. Are we doomed as a species to just wander lost? We had some fun, a greater purpose, but we just forgot. Time to clear your head, darling. Your favorite TV show is on. Masses of people torn apart, convinced they work in affairs of the heart, turning chemical deficits into art. That's not what you meant, she said as you lay down in your little bed. But you think to yourself, maybe this is for the best. Thank you. My sisters and mothers from the times before, the star shadowed my eyes, call back to me through highways of nerves that plowed into the back of my mind. I find it's getting worse with the times, don't you? Just blind enough to blame it on a shadow in the dark or two. They'll string us up to pillars, muscle statuettes, Medusas and Madonnas, clad a darkness feed by men. The first sinner sinned them, the dead of Eden's crime only just began. Covered up her mouth with a filthy shaken hand. So they douse our feet in pious flames that writhe and burn and wrap around the name of these Magdalenic monsters to be tamed. They burn them up and still they wanted more. No godly love raised marks upon the door of any actor who forgot what her part was for. And I know it's probably met with greater ease if I could simply ignore. I bet a tapestry spray painted over her golden edges torn. No more the giver of life seed to those who take, imploring their importance to an audience of ears that ache. I found the story sweeter said by those who get to taste the blood-soaked glory, rich predatory, stealing space. Till I tie my fight, taking back my whole life, not one night, back without a smile, just for my own spite. So they douse my feet in pious flames that writhe and burn and wrap around the name of this Magdalenic monster to be tamed. A million dead and still they'll come for more. They don't crave our flesh, they just crave the war. Will you return your man-made order from before? Thank you. I'm bathing my skin within the moonbeams crawling down the hill. The call of dust begins to rise up, sweet and shrill. Yes, I long to be a part of me I hadn't met yet. A thrown out scene missing its regret. I turn my wheel 50 times now, wondering just how abandon the road could last for miles, turning back and shaking hands with myself, sneaking in reruns as I am allowed. Yes, I long to be a part of me I hadn't tried yet. A calm a sea locking hands with the sunset. Ooh. So I find you in the outlines of shadows before me, creating your frame in a carefully planned out memory, tracing the veins of the night for a sound of your name, watching the stars wake up and blink slow and plain. Yes, I long to be a part of me I hadn't met yet. I calm a mind more apt to forget, a wrong placement, a wrinkle of cloth, till I can't recall what it is I wanted to say. I forgot, or what I was not. breath of cold rain on the hot August day. Weaving mandivillas through her hair, she'll cast a spell on you. And she much prefers the sandy earth to wrap around her fingers, to golden bands and diamonds. Meaning there's things her image could be captured in when her canvas warps and fades. And she doesn't care for the austere, more inclined to the pleasant and wild. She'll leave you with a song and a prayer that heaven could be half as mild as she, yes, she is my sweetheart. The mortal coil wasn't ready to bind you. You ran off to where the fates call us. You had no more time to waste. It was all just old news to you. And she much prefers the sandy earth to wrap around her fingers, to golden bands and diamonds. Meaningless things her image could be captured in when her canvas warps and fades. And she doesn't care for the austere, more inclined to the pleasant and wild. She'll leave you with a song and a prayer that heaven could be half as mild as she, yes, she is my sweetheart. Thank you. She was just a girl only in her teens. He was the wildest thing she'd ever seen. Just two lost souls running in the dark. It was a matter of danger and of the heart. And oh, how he adored her. Yes, he gave her the world. And between camel drives, he tells her she's his favorite girl. That's why it's no surprise when he says the following words:
why don't you run
run away with me? I got a house out west I'd like you to see.
We'll cross a few states in the Mississippi. It will be free, free, free.
Heads are bouncing like rubber dolls. The sweetheart from home was not gangster mall. He had the passion, he had the flair, captivating the land with a smirk and a stare. And oh, how the world implored them to give the law its due. She says I have a bounty on the top of my head. He says it's just what I like about you.
Why don't you run
away with me? I'll get the sheriff if you can get the deputy.
Sweep her up clean and get you on a new scene, and we'll be free,
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 free, free. Tell me, Barney, Barney, tell me, did it hurt? Did your head bounce around just like a dog? And do you still stand by your word? He's just the wildest thing you ever saw. And oh, how the world rejoiced when the news came creeping to town that in a speeding car and on a highway far, the two lovebirds are shot down. I don't think you'll ever see them around. So the story's ending of those two lovebirds who died. They live in glamour and infamy, the poor damned Barney and Clyde. Thank you. Bring me your mothers and daughters, your sisters and your sons, your broken and disheartened, or the ones we can outrun. I don't really care, do you? Seems too plebeian to do, and every single move I make is for the sake of you-know-who. My pockets are heavy, my heart is gone. Ain't no Jesus to tell me I'm wrong, just a couple of roadblocks that this old tank can take. Soundproof the glass to keep it all in, and blame my family for modern sin. I turn the TV off cause I know all of it is fake. I see what I wanna see, and that's more than enough for me. Bring me the sick and the damned, the worthless and or the poor. I'm a Slovenian American dream, a queen's crown on the head of a, but I don't really care, do you? And after all that you've been through, I'd say it's in your right to put up a fight for the good red, white and blue. My spade bag won't fit my AR-12. I saw the devil walk out of hell and into the arms of a country eager to please. The rich and the beautiful stupid invade, pretending not to care is the latest craze. But we must be careful about what we pretend to be. Oh no, you can never be me. Hell, I don't know if I'd even want to be me. Bring me the bloodlines of the white knights in the crusades. Oh, I bet good old Jesus could turn his cheek to a righteously pointed blade. But I don't really care though, do you? I'll leave the mote in your eye too, so maybe that way neither one of us will know what the other one's up to. You're standing inside a pool of blood. I open the gate and then start the flood. People would pay a fine price for the red on your soul. Firewood's all turned into duds. 90-degree dives down into the mud that's scattered with 6-foot by 6-foot holes. If there's a God, just maybe the sea can melt up enough to swallow you and me. Thank you. It's called Michelle. some stage show, the lines and parts of which only she knows. Well, you moved into the city, said this old town was leaving you a heartache. Oh yeah, but what did that take? Lonely plane rides in a 24/7 hour pharmacy. Oh my, that aren't you free? Ooh, aren't you free to be who you wanna be? As famous as the tree can be. Oh me, oh my, oh Michelle, raising hell like you never know. The streets are sweet, are dark, and down below, and you start to like yourself more than you know. And the bands in the bar were strumming so hard that their guitars were about to explode. Yeah, their fingers were shredding into nothing but bloody stumps, playing with just their bones. Bloody stumps, playing with just their bones. Oh me, oh my, oh Michelle, they're playing for you, can't you tell? For every lonely girl who walked through hell and decided to stick around for a spell. Thank you. You scare your life away with only the words that you speak. Your final hour is far away, but you can't help taking a peek. Ever since the day that you were born, you were painfully aware from this realm of existence you'd be torn. You watch the sunset every day, then crawl into your bed and pray that today won't be the day your mighty Father takes you away. But where did all of your time go? What more is there to see? We're all fucked as far as I know. To be damned is just to be. And if you rise above the highest plains, would you stare him in the eyes and take his holy name in vain? What are you afraid of? Oh, are you afraid that he'll be gone? Packed his bags, hit the freeway and moved on. Your heart will break, it's all for naught. Go on back down to what you've got. You used to warm your head with passing thoughts, had something else to say, but you forgot. You shout to a void of apathetic ears. Times they are changing, but no one takes the time to hear. You choose to push your flowers before they had a chance to bloom. You take the final kiss, solemn wave to the wife and kids. There must be something more than this. There has to be something more than this. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da da. Thank you. Thanks very much. This next one was inspired by my advertising professor. I was a music business major, and I wanted to take all the fun music classes in my underclassmen years. And then, so my upperclassmen was full of business and marketing and math. But the advertising lecture, it was an early morning one, but it turned out to be really rewarding. The professor, Bob Valentine, is just hilarious and witty, and he would often sidetrack the class by going on his own little tangents, and one of them, he was talking about why he has such a good life insurance policy, and he said that he has such a good one because he wants everyone at his funeral to drink top shelf scotch. And I really liked that idea, so I wrote a song about that, and it's called Valentine. Times are hard, I just get by. This day and age, half a man's wage goes towards paying for him to die. But I make do, live a good life. I got land with a view and a pretty wife, my Valentine. Still the frost is coming, I see it on both sides of the glass, reflecting back with no reprieve. Oh, the seasons start to change, and I find the same changes in me. Sometimes looking in my eyes is the only confirmation that I'm still the man I recall trying to be. So when you lay me down to turn to dust, promise me you'll go and have a strong drink for the both of us. Sink all my money in it, the kind we'd only get if someone struck gold down in the mines. But I jump planes waded through gray, it's not a trick I manage each day. So I think that this time it would be fine if from now on and for tonight you drink yours and mine. They'll take your money for most anything, rip out your cords, stick them to the door, and then ask for you to sing. The call is out, a cry for help. We're busy handing out pills we wouldn't dare swallow ourselves. I sometimes wonder if it's under me to try, but regardless if I'm high or not, we'd both find ways to die and rot. Rinse the memory till you forgot. After you've spoken your parting words, promise me you'll dust off that bottle of top shelf reserve. It's not pure denial, but a better way to mourn. For a dream can take it down, and the memory is born. I carried the weight let down from the bridge, I kept it together, I didn't slip. In the name of moving on, it would be right if from now on and for tonight you drink yours and mine. Thank you. And I meant to say in my pre-song ramble that Fate actually helped me write that one earlier this year. So this is my last death-related one, I guess. Back to that trip I took with my parents, we visited a port town called Ostia Antica, and it's kind of like Pompeii, except you get to walk around it a little bit more. And this, this town, these peoples lived before Jesus Christ was, doing his thing, walking the earth. And so the only real idea that they had of an afterlife was just people remembering them after they had died, sort of everyone putting them into this cognitive afterlife instead of there being, a technical place. And I really liked that idea, so this song is about that, and it's called Memory. Closest thing to heaven or hell is the feeling I get when you tell of me the roots of the willow trees nudge me softly out of my sleep, so I can look upon your memory and weep for you with you for me. If you could, I'd like to fall when the red sun's just a hint of warm, when the homespun joys water down the poison at our back doors. If it all you choose to keep, anything that'll be the way I speak to you, don't let my voice get weak or unable to greet your conscience once more, because the closest thing to heaven or hell is the feeling I get when you tell of me the roots of the willow trees nudge me softly out of my sleep, so I can look upon your memory and weep. Ooh. I don't need no idols, and I do well without beads. I find it feels better to lie between the heather and weeds. My soul would climb up a dandelion path and catch the wind somewhere. Leave the granite alone, don't you look for my bones, they're not there. Because the closest thing to heaven or hell is the feeling I get when you tell of me the roots of the willow trees nudge me softly out of my sleep, so I can look upon your memory and weep. Thank you.